Hi loves, it's Sean. How are you? Welcome to Shonda Says. You are officially entered in the pink room. Today is Monday and hopefully your week is starting off beautifully, and I wish you many blessings this week. So today's topic is all fun and there's a little seriousness to it. This is just my opinion, and the beauty of having this vlog is that you guys in the comments, you're going to let me know how you feel, and we'll do a follow-up video to this particular question. But this is a subject I was having a great conversation with a friend, and we were talking about the importance of sex in a relationship. So I asked her, I said, well, how important is sex to you? Do you feel it's a deal breaker in staying together? Let's say your man is hitting, and I'm doing the woman's side. Your man is hitting all the points with being respectful. He's a breadwinner, he spoils you, he takes great care of you. He's great with your kids, with the kids. He's all these things, but in bed he's horrible. And you're sexually not happy. Is it a deal breaker? But on the flip side, if he's great in bed, but he's not responsible and he's all the opposite of everything I just spoke about, do you stay with him? Here's the thing. There are women that are dealing with A, and there are women dealing with B on both sides of that coin. And we talked about that. And we both talked about what she felt was important to her, and I felt what was important to me. Because, I could come on here all day and I say to you, listen, guys, it is important that you have great sex. If you're going to be in a long-term relationship or marriage, it's important that you're sexually satisfied. And I could stand firm on that. But to someone else, to another woman, she may be like, well, for me, it's not that big of a deal as long as he's treating me with love, respect, and attention, and he's not that great in bed. So, So again, it's just tomato, tomato. It's the same thing it's one way for me and it's a different way for you. So let's get to Shonda. Shonda, and I'm not ashamed to say it, you guys know me. If you've been watching Shonda Says, you know how much I love intimacy. And when I say intimacy, a lot of times I mean sex. So today I mean sex. When it comes to sex, I love sex. And actually my opinion has oftentimes gotten me in trouble because a lot of times people don't know how to take that. They don't know how to absorb that kind of frankness from me because I am a woman. And again, when you're a woman, they don't expect you. They expect us to stay in a lady's place. Young lady, you don't talk like that, and you don't admit those things. Those are behind door topics. But I'll be honest with you, I'm a woman that embraces my sexuality because I'm mature and I'm responsible, and that's a part of me that I'm very open about. I love intimacy. I love being close to my man in that way. I love sharing bodies. I love kissing, hugging. I love passion. I love it all. So when it comes to my relationship, I need to have great sex because I know me and I know my demands sexually. So for myself, yeah, I need that. Now on the flip side, I have to tell you too, I need him to be responsible. I'm one of those women, I want the complete package. I want you to be able to bring it to me respectfully. I need you to be honest. I need you to be monogamous, but I need you to be sexual. Now, you have some women that are not as sexual as I am, not as intimate as I am. So for them, it's not as important. But I do believe this. I do believe that as much as we can negate sex from our relationships, it is a very important and integral part of a relationship or a marriage. If you have a man in your marriage, let's say your husband isn't being fulfilled, as much as you love him, as much as great care you can take care of him, he needs his needs met. He needs to be taken care of sexually. And to negate that part of your relationship or to use it as a weapon against him and don't give him any, that's wrong. That's a whole other topic. We're going to touch on that again later. But for him not to be sexually happy, that's a problem for me. We can't negate our responsibilities when it comes to sex and intimacy. And I really feel that it is important. Now, let's talk about the flip side. Some women and men, for whatever reasons, let's even say health reasons, there can be health issues that a person has that takes away their libido, and it takes away from them being sexually aroused or just having the urge to have sex. Those are all natural parts of certain people that are, coping with certain illnesses. So, in that respect, I have to be honest and say, listen, that's when you're married and you're in a long-term relationship, you're committing to a person, so you have to understand if there are certain things they can't do, then it's just they can't help it. But to completely ignore, to me, isn't good. I had a conversation once with a friend, and y'all probably gonna think, Shonda, you crazy. And she was saying how her and her man hadn't had sex in a while, and I was like, but why? Oh, because of this, for this reason, that reason. To me, they weren't real legitimate reasons. I'm tongue-tied thinking about it. So she was like, I just wasn't, I just wasn't into it, and I had a headache, whatever. And I was like, well, okay, let's say you don't want to have actual sex intercourse, but you can jerk him off. You can give him head. You could show some type of initiative towards him sexually, but to just ignore him and act like, the elephant isn't in your bedroom is just crazy to me. And a lot of people do that. They think everything else is good. The money in the house is good. Everything else is good. But there's nothing that replaces two people sharing a part of their bodies together. And it doesn't even have to be penetration. It could just be you're naked and you're just feeling each other, or you're just touching each other. There's just a way, a chemistry between your bodies, to me, that is just so important. And, I thought it would be fun to bring it to the Pink Room to see what you guys' opinion of it was. How important is sex to you? Is it a deal breaker? If your man is lining up in all the right areas, or your woman, and if she's not sexually fulfilling you, or he's not sexually fulfilling you, what do you do? Are you having a conversation about it? Or are you just ignoring it? Are you allowing the pink elephant to get in between the two of you? I know women that, and I'm only talking about women because you guys know I love you. I'm only talking about women because I'm a woman, but there are women that are lazy when it comes to sex. It's just, I don't feel like doing it. But there are things that you can buy on the internet that help to alleviate the job a little bit. Like years ago, I did a video on this, and I need to update it on toys, on, bringing that part of spiciness into your relationship. But there's this one toy that men love. Listen to me, I'm coming close. They love this. It's called the Fleshlight. And what it is this tube, and the inside of it feels very female. And you just put it on their thing, and you get what I'm saying. And you know what? It's amazing because men love a good jerk. And from what I've been told, that bad boy feels just as good as head. So if you don't feel like giving him the head that night, you can have a nice warm bath, put him in the bed, take the Fleshlight out, handle the business, and he's happy. But at least there's some initiative on your part. And men too, you got to put in the work too. If she loves certain things, don't just negate it. Don't just act like it's not there. You guys got to have the conversation. If you could talk about money and bills, you can talk about sex. You should be able to talk about sex. But what is you guys' opinion? How important is sex in your relationships? Is it a deal breaker? Is it worth talking about? Is it worth having the conversation? Yes. Shonda says yes. Shonda says yes. The Pink Room says yes. But let me know your opinion. Follow me on Instagram. Leave a comment in my DM there too at Shonda Says. You can follow me on Twitter at Shonda Says, and you can email me, shondasays1@gmail.com. Leave your comments in the comment section and let me know. I love you guys. It's the start of a beautiful week, beautiful blessings, big things going on. I'm hoping to share soon. Namaste, namaste. I love you. God bless you. And we'll talk. Maybe by the end of the week, we'll come back about this sex stuff and the fleshlight and toys. That will be my next video. We're going to discuss toys. Yeah. I love you guys. Mwah.